Hey everyone, we're the Evergreens, and for the next 24 hours, we're going to be exploring Joshua Tree National Park.
We arrived here late last night to Jumbo Rocks Campground. It's one of the campgrounds inside of Joshua Tree National Park. Since we got here after dark, we didn't see our campsite until this morning.
Oh man, this place blew us away.
It's so cool. We're like tucked into all of the Jumbo Rocks, which is one of the things Joshua Tree is famous for.
And it's just so awesome to actually camp inside the national park. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, we did that in Zion too on this trip, and this is our...
And Grand Canyon.
So this is our 5th national park on this trip.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're covering a lot of ground, but we have a lot to see in Joshua Tree, so I say let's hit the road.
Let's go.
So we're at Crossroads Cafe here in town, and we came for breakfast. We could have easily cooked in our camper van, but we thought it would be great to feature at least one place here in Joshua Tree. So we could have some breakfast, and we're about to dig in.
I'm so glad we stopped here. They serve breakfast until 1:30 every day, and I highly recommend getting the banana bread with your breakfast. I ordered it, and I was like, banana bread with like scrambled eggs, and it was delicious.
You ate more than half of it. So.
I know, and they have. But yeah, they have coffee here from Joshua Tree Coffee Company, which I think we might head to next. And yeah, this was great. So we're in 29 Palms and we found a laundromat.
Woo! We haven't done our laundry in a while, so
Laundry day.
Got your Santa sack. Let's go. This is truly van life when you're in a national park, and before you even explore, you take a pit stop to do your laundry. So we're back in the park. We took a few hours off this afternoon to catch up on some work at the Joshua Tree Coffee Company, but we wanted to come back before sunset and to also catch golden hour here in the park. We pulled over on the side of the road at a stop that's called the Hall of Horrors, and I promise it's not as scary as it sounds. It's actually just a path that weaves through the Joshua trees and rock formations. So plenty of pull-offs here, plenty of photo opportunities. I mean, this whole place is amazing. And these Joshua trees are what's most fascinating because there's so many and they just stretch for miles and miles. But they kind of remind me of like a palm tree with like yucca bush on top, and they're quite sharp actually. I touched one at our campsite and it nearly sliced through my hand, so I don't want to get too close to them. But I think we're gonna head to Keys View. That's apparently one of the most popular places in the park to see the sunset, so I think we'll make some dinner in our camper van and just watch the sun do its thing. Just a quick warning for you, if you're planning on coming to Joshua Tree, there's no running water in the bathrooms and no flush toilets.
It's not pretty, guys.
No, just a heads up, you know, if you want to camp here. I mean, you're camping in the national park, so that's a big plus, but restrooms are a little rough.
Just a fair warning.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into.
If this doesn't explain to you how scary the bathrooms are around here, I don't know what will. I just drove past one with my window down, and I put my window up and I could still smell it. It's like it's trapped in our camper van right now. I mean, we could rough it with the best of them to some degree, but
well,
there's standards too.
Like, we've used squatty potties in Thailand. I feel like this is worse than the squatty potties. Is that correct? Because I feel like
yeah. Yep, it's worse. Okay, we're here at Keys View. So we got a parking space. We got here early enough. I hear that this fills up really fast, so sometimes you have to wait in line just to get into the parking area, and they have like 30-minute waits. So I think we lucked out. We're gonna make our dinner and claim a spot and watch the sunset. Good morning, everyone, from the Cholla Cactus Garden. So the sun hasn't even peeked out yet, but we got here really early because this is one of the most popular places in the park to catch either sunrise or sunset.
Yeah, so these Cholla cactus are also known as jumping cactus, and that's because if you get too close to them, they can actually like hook their little needles into your skin, and I guess it's like really painful and hard to get out, so don't get too close to them. We've been like walking
sideways.
Yeah,
they are nicknamed the teddy bear cactus because they're so cute and fluffy, but definitely not a teddy bear you want to get too close to. So I read that when it rains, water collects on the mountains above into this valley, and that's why they're so abundant. But this path is really cool. It weaves through the nearly 10 acres of these Cholla cactus, and it's so cool because, you know, when you're driving through Joshua Tree, we saw just Joshua trees everywhere, and then you drive so far and this is all you see. So it's really neat how the landscape changes.
Yeah, and at sunrise and sunset, the light kind of makes them look like they're glowing, so it's a really beautiful time to see them.
What are you doing at 6:50 in the morning?
These are so good.
Show them what they are.
We had this hot sauce on our breakfast yesterday morning, and A was like, we have to find this and take it home. And we stopped at a gas station last night, and they had it, but they also had these Doritos that are flavored like it, and it's so good, but they're really spicy.
And you're eating them at 6:50 in the morning.
So we're at the Hidden Valley Loop Trail right now. It's an easy walk, just a 1 mile loop from the parking lot. And you can see a lot of the different vegetation and scenery of Joshua Tree. So if you're only here for a short period of time, this is a great trail to do to really get to experience the park.
So apparently back in the day, there was a lot of volcanic activity around this area. And these rock formations that we see today are actually the magma that came up to the surface. And once it cooled, it formed these rock formations.
So we finished up our hike, stopped for some coffee at the Des in 29 Palms. It's right next to where we had breakfast yesterday. And we made a little pit stop on our way out at Pioneertown in Yucca, California. This town was founded in 1946 by some Hollywood investors that wanted to create a movie set based off of an 1870s frontier town. So this town was used for a ton of movies since the 1940s, and now it's kind of a hot spot for like cool Airbnbs, some pubs. There's a motel that people do weddings at. And right behind me is Pappy and Harriet. You can see the sign up there. A bunch of famous musicians have played here, including Paul McCartney. Walk inside some of the buildings. One of them is a film museum, which is so cool, and then there's like a little gift shop. So we got mood rings. I haven't had one of these since I was a kid. We took a picture of the sign of the different moods so we know what to tell you.
Mine's turning bright blue. Let's see. You gotta look on your phone. We're sharing a mood. Let's see. Oh, we're passionate.
Ooh.
I think I'm between passionate and parched. Sounds about right.
They do still film some things here, not as many movies, mostly like commercials and music videos, but the most recent movie that was filmed here was Ingrid Goes West with Aubrey Plaza.
So we had planned to just drive through Pioneertown, but this place is so cool, and we actually ended up loving it a lot more than we thought. And when we were about to leave, Pappy and Harriet opened its doors for the day. So we thought we have to stop here. The shopkeeper at the place where we bought our mood rings told us that this place was a hotspot for bands that performed at Coachella. They would always stop through here and play a few songs on the stage and then leave. So
Like unannounced.
yeah, so it was like a kind of best kept secret. But then Paul McCartney a few years ago came through and played, and it was a big deal. I guess he warmed up at the Saloon down the road, and by the time he performed here, like there were cars lined up for miles. So now it's known as like a hotspot for touring bands, but there's some local acts as well. So maybe one day we can play here at Pappy and Harriet's. But for now, we're just enjoying a cool beer on a hot day and just taking in some of the sights of Pioneertown. But I think we're gonna wrap up today's vlog. We have so much more planned for California. So if you guys like what you saw here at Joshua Tree and Pioneertown, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave us a comment down below, and we'll see you on the next vlog.
I'm still parched.
This is the cutest bathroom I've ever been in. So put me on a train, I don't care where it's going. Fly me on a plane, maybe out to Wyoming. Need an RV, no plans, just you and me. I need to go somewhere.